I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After highs in the 80s in most of Nebraska to the 90s over southern Nebraska and northern Kansas this afternoon, we could see a few thunderstorms over northern Kansas for tonight. A few of those could be severe with large hail and damaging winds. With low pressure lifting northeast across the plains, thunderstorms are possible by tomorrow afternoon before becoming likely tomorrow night. Storms could be severe with hail the size of ping pong balls and wind gusts over 60 from tomorrow afternoon at 4 through midnight. The highest risk is along and southwest of a line from Thetford to Kearney and Superior, where there is a slight risk, a level 2 of 5. Rain amounts should range from a half inch to an inch. Daytime highs for tomorrow through Wednesday likely to range in the 80s to the low 90s in most of Nebraska and the upper 80s to the 90s for southwest Nebraska and northern Kansas. Thunderstorm chances, mostly in the late day and evening, continue all the way through Wednesday. For a long-term forecast, warmer than normal temperatures continue Tuesday through June 26 for Nebraska and Kansas. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall likely to be mostly near normal Tuesday through June 26. Slightly lower rain chances are indicated late next week through June 26th. In the regional drought monitor, Nebraska dropped 5 percentage points to 79% drought-free. The decline is due to a 6 percentage point increase in abnormal dryness that includes areas from Hastings to southeast Nebraska, northwest Lincoln County to much of Keith and Perkins County, and many western areas of the Panhandle. In a positive, only 1% of Nebraska is now in moderate drought, which includes locations from Lincoln to Crete. Kansas increased 7 percentage points to 43% drought-free. Drought-free to abnormally dry conditions continue in much of the north and east. Coverage of moderate to severe drought is decreasing in Kansas, but still includes mostly southwest and south central areas. Key weather factors affecting the markets include the U.S. weather turning hot this weekend, wet weather in parts of Europe, and limited rain for key crop areas of the Black Sea region. An early season Midwest heat wave peaks late this weekend and early next week, with temperatures ranging from 95 to 100, heat that could start to stress areas that don't receive rain, especially across the eastern Midwest. Similar heat is also found from the central and southern plains into the mid and southern Atlantic states this weekend and early next week. The northern plains and upper Midwest escape the heat. Significant rainfall mostly scarce the next 5 days. Exceptions include locally heavy rain lingering across southern Florida, where an additional 2 to 6 inches of rain could fall on top of already impressive totals. 5-day rainfall could reach 1 to 3 inches across the northern and central plains in the upper Midwest. Tropical moisture may begin to overspread the western and central Gulf Coast early next week. Across eastern Europe, relief from the heat with rain is brief before a return to more heat this weekend. In northwest Europe, more unfavorable rain that is slowing the crop development is expected through early next week. In the UK, France, and parts of Germany, towards the Black Sea region, meaningful rain is arriving a bit too late for wheat that is heading in eastern Ukraine and southwestern Russia. Next week, eastern Ukraine and southwestern Russia dry out again, a negative prospect for corn and sunflowers. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.